Thunder, like you've never imagined.
See, now that's the thing. When the foreman says, "Hey, whilst you're here, could you just... ... Hey, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. You are watching me whipsaw around this corner, and by whipsaw I mean the transmission's going up and down through the gears. I'm going to put this in manual. Hey, hope everyone's doing well. I'm David Steele, and here's me truck. And what have we got today? Well, we have a forwarder. Now, it's nothing to do with email, which I'm a little surprised at. It's all to do with the logging industry. And we have £88,000 worth of forwarder that needs to go on a bit of a cross-country jaunt. And seeing as I was here, the foreman said, "Hey, you reckon you could tackle this?" And I'm like, maybe?
Let's do this.
As you can see, I hardly have the right tool for the job. But we're going to try it anyway. Well, first things first, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the game today. We are using Train Guy Gaming's Brutal Realistic Weather mod. I may have got that title completely and utterly wrong. In fact, I may have utterly butchered it. So let me just go ahead and zip here and make sure that I've actually got what this is really called. Let's see, it was the Realistic Graphics mod. That's what it's called in the Steam Workshop, and I will absolutely put a link to the description here. It's 1 and a bit gigabytes, and it changes quite a lot. It changes the weather dynamics, some textures on the roads, some sound effects. Looks like there's a couple of changes to some of the external views as well. Trees are modified, different fog, different mountain textures. There's a lot of work that's gone into this. So I'm intrigued to see how well it runs. Let's jump back into the game. Yeah, look at that. I think the frame rate slowed down when I was looking at the workshop. Okay, and the truck. Well, the truck in question here, I'm going to go ahead and get my windows up, is a Freightliner FLB, and under the hood today we're using the Cummins ISC. Now, I, at the time of creating this video, have very recently updated this engine mod. I spent quite a bit of time working on it because I wasn't entirely happy with how the fuel consumption is handled by the medium duty engines. So I really wanted to make it a little bit more realistic, and there's a lot of compromises with how SCS handles fuel consumption. But I gave it a go, and I'm happier with the results. Whilst I was at it, I added another couple of engine definitions too. So originally the ISC had a 300 and a 330 horsepower engine. I'm going to clear this. I think I am, only just. And I've added a 240 and a 270. Right, I think we can jump back in the cabin and let's go. So yeah, this is the 330 horsepower. It's 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. It's very much a medium-duty engine. It's not really designed for hauling 88,000 pounds worth of forwarder. We are, however, using a vocational transmission. This is a manual 11-speed. It's overdrive, 355 final drive. And it's got 3 crawler gears. And which way do I go here? I got a split left. It's been a while since I've been up in this part of the world. Okay, This is not actually as difficult to maneuver as I thought it was. It helps that I'm in a cab over. It's a kind of a short truck, and yes, I know that's the cargo that I delivered here. A lot lighter, less than half the weight. Right. So some of the other changes that Train Guy Gaming has put into this mod are how the truck behaves on a wet road. And I've already done some work with this on my own physics mod, which is not published. But this one potentially takes it to extremes. Now, I haven't looked under the skin to see how Train Guy has done his changing effects to the grip in the wet. But it's entirely possible that my own tyre mods will complement, in quote marks, the grip mod that Train Guy Gaming's done. By complement, what I mean there is, man, this thing could be all over the place. And so far it already has been. I may switch to using automated, but right now I think I'm just going to enjoy driving it manual. Yeah, it looks like it's wheel spinning. Let's quickly switch to the external view. Are we wheel spinning? Well, it doesn't look like it. Oh, okay. Maybe we were. It's because I let my revs drop a little bit too much. Okay, let's drop down to first. First is kind of fourth. What I discovered with this is quite a nice transmission for this engine. You can cruise at about 1200 revs, which is, as it happens, roughly what you're doing at 55 in top gear. But you really need those gears at the bottom of the rev range, because it's not got a lot of torque. 1000 foot-pounds is not bad. The 240 is only down at 660 foot-pounds of torque. Okay, we're being pushed along here quite aggressively. Look at this. I've got almost no control over. Yeah, that was quite an uncomfortable movement. Let's concentrate on my driving again, I think. Yeah, we were being pushed along pretty aggressively there, and the rain's coming down that much heavier now. So, let's labour this ISC a little bit. It's a Cummins, it can take it. Every once in a while, at least, anyway. I'll just stick to an external view, but it's just a little harder to drive like this. Yeah, I'm going to jump back in the cabin. Okay. Drop to second. Okay, back on the power then. So, this engine will rev to 2200 RPM. The lower spec versions will rev to 2400. So here we go. This is me being pushed along by the trailer again. Okay. That is a lot of angle at angle going on here. Yeah, that was okay, so I think there are a few changes to the physics then. And not a bad thing either. Doesn't like first, okay. Right. Low second. Low to second, and that really was not advisable, okay. It was like a while since I've used a manual. It's not been. I just not with this particular combination. This is horrible. I love it. I love it. That's fabulous. Hopefully I don't have to stop here. Okay.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Wow. Right. Well, that's made a bit of a mess of that, but I didn't crash. So if you don't crash in a trip, then that's completely fine. Now, I wonder if I can move off in low second. So we got low 1, low, and low 2. We'll try low 2. And doesn't really like that. Let's try low. That's better, although we were moving. I should Okay, let's clear on the left. Alright, let's go. Yeah, did not like low second to second direct. Or normal second, I'm not sure what you call it. Right, well, we're on the main road now. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, quite a bit, because I don't know how bad these road conditions are yet. Well, so far so good. Not really built up any speed. Yeah, I didn't like 6th or 7th. I've got to give it a few more revs in 6, I think. Peak torque is, I think, 13 or 1400 revs. I think this one might be 1400. And it's drivable from about 1200, but 1000, no. 1000 isn't enough. I gotta get off the power. I'm gonna use my engine brake. Let's see if this locks up the wheels. No, it doesn't. Good. I believe the recommendation is you don't use your engine brake in the rain.
Turn right.
Oh, that's not good. So that was engine brake and a little bit of service brake, and I completely locked up the rear axle, and then I was a passenger. This is going to be a lot of fun. Of course, fun might be quote marks if you really want to make progress, but I just want to enjoy the game and enjoy how it's running, because today is the day when I recorded a video showcasing how lossless scaling app works, and it's kind of transformed how much I enjoy the game. I didn't not enjoy it on 1.5, but it just didn't perform like I wanted it to. And those random stutters and stammers, they're okay single player. But you start recording and they get worse, and you fire up Discord and join a convoy with some buddies and it's even worse, like 20 frames a second. And then you end up live streaming and you can go down to just a handful of frames a second. That's just not fun. That's just, no, that just kills the enjoyment from it. So this utility takes a weight off my processor. In fact, looking at it now, I've got a single core that's not pegged at 100%. It sometimes hits 100%, but it's not pegged at 100%. I like that, because it's not trying to push as many frames through. The game engine is basically aiming for 30 frames a second and not 60, and it looks like it's pretty much pegged at 30 frames a second and not 60. And so the frame doubling technology puts those frames up to 60 per second and makes it nice and smooth. Takes a weight off my CPU and lets the game perform way smoother. So I am very happy, and hence I decided no, I'm going to go ahead and just try this brutal weather mod. So I've used it before, and it was it ran. Something about it my machine just didn't like. Getting a few slowdowns here, but mid-50s frames per second, I'm happy enough with that. It's not the end of the world. 20-something frames a second is not fun.
Go straight.
Yeah, so braking there wasn't so bad. I was being a little harsh with it. Right, let's get back on the power. Low 2 was maybe a little low for it. A little tall for it, I should say, not low for it. Check my trip. So 210 miles to go, just over 4 hours worth of driving. Now you can see that this is a double weight cargo. There should be a link to that mod in the description below. If you want to work a truck and carry a heavier cargo, that's a good mod to use. didn't like something there. Or did I run over something? No, maybe not. Okay. And we're now at full power trying to climb this hill at just about peak torque, and we're losing revs. Alright, I'm going to have to change down. Go to third. Okay, caught it in third. I have to extend this thing to 2,000 something RPM. Alright, well that big rig moved out for me. Thank you, sir. Oh, ma'am. Let's take it to the governor. 22. And shift up, back to 1550 in the next gear. Really working this little ISC hard. I think I can change up a little sooner than 2200 RPM for this next one though, but then again I'm not actually accelerating anymore. I'm still only doing 35. Oh, yeah, give or take. There's no point in accelerating if we're just going to lose speed in the next gear. Well, I'm going to try it. Okay, let's see. That takes me to 1300 revs, and I think I'm bleeding speed. Yep, I am. Right, now the next gear it is. Okay, this could be a challenging journey then. But like I said at the very beginning of the video, not really the right equipment for the haul. I don't think I have enough axles on my truck, and I certainly don't have enough power. Maybe I have enough gears. But yeah, the whole power thing, that's gonna bite me. It already is. On the other hand, I am able to make the climb, and so I guess this is just what people did back in the day. If you had a 300 horsepower truck in the 70s and you were going to haul 80,000 pounds, 90,000 pounds, plus a 20,000 pound trailer, you know, you may do with what you had. You might be using a Cummins KT. Yeah, you might be you might make do with a 19 litre, a 600 horsepower engine, but okay. This ISC is just an 8.4 litre. It's not exactly a big engine. And I'm trying to drive it like it is. Oh, there's someone coming, I think. Wow, that was interesting effect there on the steering. I started to understeer or hydroplane or aquaplane. Oh crap. Oh, that's... wow. That was interesting. Yeah, look at this. If I use my engine brake, it's just locking up the rear wheels. Okay. Kind of cool, but not really great if I want to slow down for this this junction intersection. Yeah, that's not doing my drivetrain any favors whatsoever. Okay, well, we already knew we had to take it steady. Now we really are. I'm not going to try and move off on a red, I don't think. I'm going to have to take this really steady. Alright, we're off. Okay. That actually is much easier to move off than I dared hope. Guess that super short set of crawler gears at the bottom of the range is very, very useful. Can't imagine doing that in something like the stock 10-speed Ultra Shift. It's not that short at first gear. It's okay, but I think it would really struggle with something like this. Almost makes me want to try the 240 horse. No, that's just not. Can you imagine having 664 pounds of torque as opposed to 1,000? This little hill, which is actually a bridge, is too steep for that gear. And we were in 5th. full power, going up through the gears. The rain is lessening off, which I'm very happy about. And yeah, I'll get my cruise onto 45. Seems a little optimistic right now, but maybe we can do it. Maybe.
Go straight.
I mean, it's I actually don't think I want to try and take this corner at 45. Because of the way that this thing's understeering. Okay. Get back on the power now. So I'm only in 6th gear. Having never driven a big rig in the rain, I don't know how realistic it is that the thing slips and slides all over the road, but I imagine, yeah, look at this, or listen to this. That's kind of how I imagine it really would be. The braking to a stop is a bit of an issue. Actually, that wasn't so big an issue. Using the engine brake's a bit of an issue. Interesting. So I'm moving off in low, which is 2nd. Actually, I can move off here a little bit. Yeah, it's okay moving off. It's not wonderful, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to be a lot slower than cars moving off. I know this anyway. And then all of a sudden, bang! I hit the governor. So. Yeah, it's squirming around. I like it.
Go straight.
So, why did I spend time looking at the medium-duty engines? Like I said earlier, I really wasn't happy with the fuel consumption of the engines in the mod. It was okay, and at the time, I really wanted to get those particular engine definitions done and ready and all that kind of jazz. But the problem I was having was that SCS game engine really prefers lower engine speeds. As in, if you can cruise around at 900, 950 revs, something like an MX 13 or an MX 11, you can get incredible fuel consumption, really low fuel consumption. But if you start cruising at 2000 RPM, even though it's a much smaller engine in something like the ISC 8.4, your fuel consumption is terrible. By terrible, we're talking 4 to 5 miles per gallon, as opposed to, you might expect 8 or 9 maybe? Yeah, I probably should move off because the thing was still going. So, and reading online, not many medium-duty truck drivers tend to publish their miles per gallon figures. But the ISC is used in a lot of buses. Now, yeah, they are a different vehicle, and they have different gearing, but it's also used in RVs, and again, different vehicle, different gearing. But if someone cruises at 50-55 and gets 11 to 12 to the gallon, and I'm cruising at 50-55 and getting 5 to the gallon, something doesn't seem right there. So I worked quite a bit on the engine definitions to try and work that so that the mileage felt a little bit more realistic. And I do stress the felt a little bit more realistic, because getting good hard data on medium duty trucks has been a challenge. It's just not readily available. I figured that would happen. Disappointing that it did, but okay. Alright. Break to a halt here. So how's this cargo thing shaping up? It is a kind of a big heavy cargo. I'm helping the foreman out here. Well, I'm rolling back. I'm helping the foreman out here taking this load, but I don't think I have the right permit for it. But we haven't crashed yet. Oh yeah, we did crash, my bad. The thing angles up. This could be an interesting view to kind of like move off for. What about wheel spins? Oh, no time. I just put it into automated mode just to watch what it does, and it's squirming around. I'm going to jump back in the camber here, I think. I'm going to actually, let's keep it in automated mode, I think. Let's see how well the shift points worked. I spent quite a while tweaking these again as well. See how well that they cope with this cargo, because I wasn't coping the best. Okay, it's revving it out in fourth, which I'm glad for, because this looks like a big steep hill. So the transmission's obviously put itself into power mode, where it'll stretch for 2200 RPM and then it will upshift. Look at that. We even got a little bit of a squirm when we shifted gear, so these tyres are really struggling with grip. Now, is it having me avoid the way station? I wonder where we check. Okay, I think I can lift off a little bit. It says stop ahead. Well, we'll see. Way station's on the left, so I may have to turn left into it. I guess we'll find out. Hey, got a all clear. That's good in a way, but I did want to see how much we would actually weigh, but okay.
Go straight.
It's fine. Alright, let's brake to a halt here.
Keep right.
And
Then turn right.
gonna check
Turn right.
progress. Just having to concentrate on braking there. It's yeah. Okay. Check. Let me see. 2 hours 44 left to go in the drive, and 3 hours 48 left to go in my shift. Oh, no. 3 hours 21 left in my shift. I've got to get it there in 3 hours 47 minutes. It's very jerky as it goes through the gears. I'm driving it smoother myself, but is it making good progress? Yeah, it's happily letting the truck spin its wheels. I don't know whether that's much better than me or not. At low speeds, it was very jerky. This is going to be a challenge, this road. I already see that. Oh, yay. Okay. Depending on how well the next couple of minutes go, I might end up closing the video early. Set my cruise at 35 and keep the thing fully automated. I'm going to grab a little sip of water, I think. I can already hear my voice is getting a little bit growly. It just means I'm thirsty. And it also means I didn't mute my phone because I got a notification. Really didn't need that. Right, let's see how well we tackle. Yeah, this already feels a little faster. It's yeah, I'm not driving particularly competently. Okay. See how nervous the truck is by how rapidly the steering wheel's moving, because there's not much grip. Your steering will tend to move that much quicker because the grip is what gives it resistance to turn. And of course, if you're going around a corner and you can, with one hand move the wheel more or less lock, that tells you something about what's happening under the wheels. Okay. Rain's pretty much come back, which here's my surprise face. I'm really going to need to get a move on. I'm not going to be late in my delivery, but I don't know that one, I can, because I've not got that much power, and two, even if I could get up to speed, I'm going to fall off the road at the next moderately tight corner. So there's that sort of challenge here that I'm going to have to try and balance it. And I don't have a retarder in the transmission, which is probably a good thing, because I think the retarder, I have it automatically set to try and keep my speed close to the cruise control setting, that would likely lock up the rear wheels and result in me crashing. And I don't really want this to be a watch me crash 5 times. It might be. Yeah, the automatic box isn't doing a bad fist of it. Changed down to try and keep my speed going. My speed's still bleeding off and the road surface is slippery, but okay. That's fine. This is getting steeper, so see if it changes down again in just a second. Stay where you are, Cascadia. Thank you. Whoa. That was a good grief. I guess I held up this. Was it Kenworth or Peterbilt? I guess I was holding him up because that move was a little aggressive, shall we say. Now we're coming down a hill and I do not wish to overspeed. Let's try a little bit of engine brake. Okay, we didn't crash yet. But there's still time now. This thing might snap into, I guess oversteer it might be. I don't know, is it oversteer if your driven axle locks up and, I mean you jackknife? I guess it's oversteer. Helps that we're only doing 1200 revs, so the engine brake effect is not as strong as it could be. But I think I'm going to need to use the service brakes. Right, so off the engine brake, on the service brakes. Yep, didn't like that. Did not like that at all. Oh, I didn't. It felt like I did well not to completely crash there. But if there's anything coming up the hill, that would have been a bit of a disaster. I guess we're just going to avoid the engine brake right now in this heavy rain. So in a straight line, so we'll use the engine brake here. It's doing okay, braking in a straight line. Bit of service brake to help. Off the engine brake. And it's pushing me into oversteer, which... Okay. This starts to push me into understeer. If I brake, I'm just going to understeer even more. I could use the trailer brake to see if that will help it bring it under control. That's braking you from the back as opposed to from the front. My hope there is it will let the front tires, the steers especially, start to grip the road surface. But I got to get to be pretty quick on the controls. And it also seems a bit extreme because I could just lock up the rear and then jackknife and then fall off the edge of the road. And ask me why I'm concerned about that. Let's just check my time. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of time here. Right, well, I'm gonna try and push on now on the straight bits. I might regret this. So I think we're going up a hill because it doesn't want to change up. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that's off the power. A little bit of engine brake. Okay, a little bit of service brake. Off the engine brake when we start to turn in. I don't want to jackknife. I want to oversteer. Balance it with a bit of power, and okay, not a bad effort, David. You're getting used to this thing, which is all over the place. I think this is a slight uphill gradient, so we're giving it a squeeze more power now. You can hear it working harder. Gonna lift off, it's going to change up. And let's turn in, let's keep it in my lane. Balance it with a bit of power, there we go. That's better. Okay. I'm guessing it's all about being at the right speed. Yeah, okay, and this is not the right speed. So now I'm understeering and there's not much... Oh yeah, trailer brake, David, duh. Okay, that may have helped. I was about to say, it's all about being at the right speed as I careered around that corner way too fast. Now I've got to get... I lost so much speed through having to slow down that now I'm piling on the revs to try and get back up to speed. Not a very efficient way of tackling a mountain pass, and I'm sure not very safe. Right, now I have an hour drive and an hour before it's got to be there, so I'm going to be late. Plus my next rest stop should be in 30 minutes. Yes, I know I'm getting tired. Don't make me pull into this way station. I bet it does, because it's been a while since I've had to stop at one. Uh-huh. Here's my surprise face.
Turn left.
At least it stopped raining. Yeah, so I've got to overshoot this. I don't want to get there fine for missing it, and then... See that van there? Yeah, that's where I gotta go. Okay. Yay. Well, at least it's got a nice tight turning circle. That helps. Very brutal with the power there.
Let's find a new route. Recomputing.
Wow. £136,000 with only 330 horsepower. I can see why we're struggling here. I already could. I already knew it, but confirmation? Gonna be a little disregarding of some of the rules of the road right now. I'm supposed to stop here, and I'm supposed to be in my right-hand lane. I will let this white sedan turn in. Oh, it's is he stopping? No. Alright. See, did I turn in too tight there? I think I did, but it's still pulling it, and no one saw that, so we're all good. Right, can we make this? Not in 20 minutes, we can't. With the rain easing off, that's really helping, but I'm now over my shift. I've got 18 minutes, 17 minutes to get there. So, you saw it here first. You saw my failure here first. Put it in manual mode, I think, right now. Squeeze that little bit of extra power and control out of it. This hill looks pretty steep, so we might be keeping it in 5th. I'm actually going to keep it in 5th, I think, just see how steep it is. That answers that then. We weren't able to reach the governor. So, we'll bury the... well, we already have the power buried. Got a feeling lightning. Got a feeling I may need to change down. Okay, that's peak torque on. Yep, let's go for a change down. Let's see, it's 4th. Okay, that thunder's pretty loud. Holding 4th. Okay, that's useful. Dude, really? You're back there. How can you tell? And that was a fine for being working beyond my shift. And I'm not entirely sure how he would know, but okay. I'm gonna have to change down again, I think. His third is okay. Alright, that's good. Third to fourth is fine, and keeping it planted so far, alright. If we have to drop down again, we will. Which we're going to. Okay, let's drop down. Alright, it's not got enough power in third to get me up towards the governor, so... But there's hope on the horizon. I can see my destination at the very top of my GPS unit. So come on, keep it going. Here comes the rain. It's going to get heavier. Governor shift, 2200 to 1500 revs. Can see how an 18 speed could make a bit of difference here. We're kind of trapped between ratios, and it's getting heavier rain. Looks like there's a bit of a mist coming up. It's probably all the rain bouncing off the road. That's actually a pretty cool effect. Yeah, that's a very cool effect. I like that. Governor shift. Sunshine, I get it, but what do you want me to do? Stop here? Yeah, it's like, I know you're going to find me. I've got nowhere to stop without backing up the whole traffic, so give me a break. Maybe give me a ticket when I get to my destination. So we're going down a hill now, so nothing could possibly go wrong through going too quickly. Did I even use top gear in this trip? I actually maybe don't want to keep us accelerating now I think about it, because that's why. Bit of trailer brake and make sure no one was coming up my inside, and nobody was. Okay, so the trailer brake helped me avoid a crash, but didn't really avoid the issue in the first place, which is I went around that corner way too quickly. And, wow. Oh, not this one. If we can see me using the engine brake here. Yeah. Okay, not really a great way to do this, but so be it. I'm going to do it this way anyway, because, whoops, why did I pause? Because it's been a long drive already. Going to totally cut the grass and possibly damage the trailer doing that, but okay. Right, number of incidents involving a crash, I think was just one. Number of incidents involving a near miss, several. Add one to the near miss. Doug, shut up. Oh, that was entirely expected, I have to say, but yeah. Alright. That will teach me not to get too confident. I'm doing it again, aren't I? Yeah, I'm doing it again. I'm all over the road where I shouldn't be. Okay. Right, we've just about made it to my destination. I feel like I'm losing my voice. I wear a Fitbit device, and it's told me a couple of times, hey, are you stressed? You need to take it easy, is everything alright? And I'm like, yes, everything's fine. That was a challenging drive. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this mod. Although I think the next time I do a heavy haul will probably not be a 4x2 with a medium duty engine. So I think that I would like to say that that's the main factor today. but a lot of it is just the loose nut at the wheel. It's miles away. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm in a hurry. I don't want to get another fine through being over my shift. It's late anyway. Got some money for the trip at least. So yeah, okay. Right, well, hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you have, you know what to do. If you thought it sucked, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Click the dislike, and maybe try another video. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.